So again, I click done and we go to stimulation, select hydraulic fracturing, maximize. Okay, so this is the window to do the design of our hydraulic fracturing. Okay, of course, to perform this exercise, you need to first understand about the hydraulic fracturing concept, including the geomechanics or rock mechanics issue. Okay, but again, you can follow me as I will show you how to perform the simulation. So for example, the minimum treatment volume of our hydraulic fracturing is 1000 barrels, and the maximum treatment volume I will cap at 4000 barrels. Minimum treatment rate 200 and maximum treatment rate 400. And then the fracture orientation, I will construct linear, linear or vertical fracture, but you can also construct radial horizontal fracture. Part of fracture wall taking fracturing fluid, for example, 75%. Okay. Fracture wall area increased due to irregularities, 50%. Surface temperature, for example, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and surface pressure losses, 200. Again, if you want to know how to use this one, you need to first understand the concept of hydraulic fracturing, including the operation issue. Okay, so that's for the option. And the next one, we input the reservoir data. For example, the gross thickness is 100 feet. Overburden gradient, for example, we can use default value. Overburden gradient, this is very important, geomechanical property. Drainage area, for example, 500 acres. Okay, drainage area, you can check your subsurface map, or maybe you perform pressure transient analysis and you get the drainage area. And then we go to the next section, well data. Borehole diameter, for example, 8.496 inches. Perforated interval, for example, 100 feet. So we perforate all the thickness of the reservoir. With shot density, for example, 8 shots per foot. And the perforation tunnel diameter, for example, 0.62 inches. So you need to check your perforation parameter. And then the well test data. For example, the liquid production rate is 10,627.8 or 10,630 stock tank barrel per day with zero water cut. And for example, if you perform the pressure transient analysis, you get the permeability from it, and the permeability, for example, 50 millidarcies. And now rock property. Porosity, for example, 0.2. Permeability, again, 50 millidarcies. And then, for example, the bulk density of the rock, 166 pound per cubic foot. And the rock tensile strength, we can start with default value, 500 psi. Poisson ratio, 0.2. And then Young's modulus, we will input manually. It's 3 million psi. So again, you can check your rock mechanics chapter. Be familiar with Poisson ratio, Young's modulus, something like that. And then the propan. Okay. For example, the fracturing fluid, 1% KCl water, fracture fluid type, non-Newtonian fluid, 0 spurt loss, and fluid loss coefficient 0.0031. So we can use default number. Fluid density, for example, 8.83. And the propan name, graded sand, propan material sand, and propan size range between, I open the drop-down menu, 8 to 12. So it's quite big in size. Maximum concentration, 1 pound per US gallon. Okay. And then we continue. The last one is fracturing fluid. So we can start with default here. For the fracturing fluid, we have temperature ranges with this one flow behavior index and consistency index because we are handling non-Newtonian fluid. If you have your own fluid from laboratory, you can input and change manually this table. Okay, so far so good. That's all for the input section, and then we can click calculate. You see the calculation is very fast. Time elapsed is only 0.086. Click OK, and you get the result.